Scientists and their inventions are endless. We commoners are just aware of the published inventions. There are many such inventions and scientists that did not back the limelight, and their contribution remained as regardless effort. There are 5 such lost inventions which could have accounted for a huge change in the world. Those tremendous inventions are:
World's top 5s. Presents.
5. Sloot digital coding system. Ben Sloot, a Dutch electronic technician, appealed to have developed a revolutionary technique for data compression in late 1990. He claimed that according to his proposed system, it was possible to compress a large data at multi-GB to as small as 8 KB. Sloot digital coding system would enable him to play 16 movies at the same time by directly reading it from the microchip, without copying it to the computer hard drive. In 1999, Sloot then demonstrated his product to Philips executives, who claimed that Sloot would be paid a huge amount and thus would be the richest man on earth. But the irony was Sloot could never hand over the source code to the company, as he was found dead just a couple of days before giving it. His algorithm could never be recovered as the demonstration chip tampered. 4. Tesla, Deathray. In 1930s, Nikola Tesla established a charged particle beam weapon based on the theories of Van de Graaff generator. Tesla Deathray was also known as Blephorus. According to Tesla, Deathray was so powerful that it could overthrow about 10,000 opponent task force airplanes that are at a distance of 200 miles. Tesla carried out the action of this Blephorus, but the background of Deathray formation was undisclosed. Researchers predicted that it might either be formed by laser. Tesla feared the misuse of this weapon and thus denied to reveal its blueprint. The Deathray weapon vanished along with Tesla's death. 3. Ogle, Cabarita. An ordinary auto mechanic Tom Ogle invented a Cabarita in the late 1970s. His special extraordinary device was said to give a commendable fuel efficiency of 42 km per liter. The device was a vapor Cabarita working under high pressure, which could save a large amount of fuel compared to the traditional Cabarita. When he was telling people about his invention, people considered as the hoax. He then decided to present a demo to the reporters by driving 200 miles with just 7.5 liters of fuel. It was then that many oil companies were behind Ogle to purchase his product, but he refused all the proposals. He did not want to sell his product because he always had a dream of designing his own car and selling it. Unfortunately, his dream remained a dream, as he was shot to death in 1981 by an unidentified assaulter. 2. Starlit. Starlit was invented by Maurice Ward, an amateur scientist in the year 1980s. This material was said to be so strong that it could even withstand a nuclear blast. Many of the international organizations made a continuous effort to discover the hidden truth of Starlit, but they were left with no clue, as Maurice Ward had never given out the composition of Starlit. It had excellent property to withstand temperature as high as 10,000 degrees Celsius. But as decoded by few other researchers, the Starlit was a complex plastic, which had about 21 organic polymers and copolymers along with the feeble quantity of ceramics. They did a few demos using Starlit, in one of which they coated eggs with Starlit, and those eggs remained raw even in 1200 degrees Celsius flame. In all such demos, Starlit was remarked as very lightweight with no release of toxic fuels. And as the formula behind the making of Starlit vanished along with Ward's death in 2011. 1. Chronovisor. In 1950s, a Roman Catholic priest and scientist named Pellegrino Anetti from Italy invented Chronovisor, which was a time viewer that could view all the past events. In common words, it was something like a time machine. Anetti was a quantum physicist who was assisted by Enrico Fermi and Wernher von Braun. This chronovisor was a kind of cabinet which had multiple control setups that would decode electromagnetic radiations of past. But he did not have solid evidence to prove it. But then Ethanet's functional chronovisor was allegedly destroyed because people believed it to be ungodly.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.